What's up, my brothers from another mother? I got a sponsored request today from a young man who has some conflict with family and religion and his career choices. Let's hop straight into it. This guy says, thank you for responding. Wish to remain anonymous. I'm 23 years old, graduated last year with a bachelor's degree in marketing. I'm currently working at an entry-level marketing job. Doesn't pay much, about 40K a year, but at least it's a start, and I'm currently stuck with a few things. So his first ask is, his parents are insanely religious and believe that anyone who does not follow the religion will burn forever in hell. The problem is that I secretly have disassociated myself with the religion, and this has created massive problems for me, especially when it comes to dating. My parents disapprove of me dating anyone who does not follow their religion, and they have no idea that I personally have abandoned the religion altogether. If they found out, I feel they would disown me, so I'm torn. On one hand, I could date women that my parents approve of, but that I personally can't relate to. Or I could finally come out to my parents. It almost, it's almost like you're afraid to talk to them, like you need to come out of the closet or something, right? And date women I really want to date, but perhaps destroy my relationships with my family. I seriously have no idea what to do. I feel like I lose either way, so I could appreciate some advice in this. All right. I'm not religious, so this isn't something that I can speak to personally. I grew up kind of somewhat religious upbringing. Parents still are. I'm just whatever, So I get what you're saying. I had this guy that had a similar scenario to you last year that I was coaching. We did a long-term coaching project for about 6 months. And one of the things he was dealing with was very, very similar to what you're talking about. And you just have to man up, dude. You just have to say, look, I don't really subscribe to this notion. I respect that you do, but I need you to respect that I am in belief of something else. You can fill in the blank, whatever it might be. And then it's going to be a big bomb, right? It's going to be like dropping mother of all bombs, right? It'll be like a Moab, and they'll probably freak out. They'll probably point and sputter. Of course, you're going to burn in hell and blah, blah, blah. But if you subscribe to a new belief system that you think serves you better, then just let them know that it is what it is. And you might have to put some distance between you for a little bit while they cool their jets. What I've noticed, and again, I haven't lived through this personally, but what I've noticed is most people that have that conversation at some point, and it's not like in the distant future, it's relatively close. Family will come around and they'll say, yeah, that's cool, sort of thing. So I think you just got to stand up for yourself and what you believe in. I mean, you're a young man, you're 23 years old. As you get older, you're going to unplug from belief systems that you feel don't serve you and will get you better results. So it's incumbent upon you to stand up and be a man and just say, hey, this is what I subscribe to now. That's kind of what the red pill is all about, really. Just, getting into the truth, figuring out what reality really is, and updating your beliefs. How many guys have you tried to talk to, and I'm talking to you out there, where it's like, hey, let me show you this book on the red pill, read The Rational Male or something like that, and you'll learn something, and people don't want to hear it. They're not ready for it until, the trauma comes along in their life. So you just kind of have to, once you get to a certain place and you've woken up and updated your beliefs so you can get different results out of life, you just have to hold firm to it. And that's part of growing up and becoming a man. It's your life, man. There's so many people that are living the lives of other people, more specifically their parents, because, they're doing jobs that they hate because their entire family comes from a line of teachers or lawyers or some other BS like that. And they impose that belief and say, you'll get a safe pension, you'll get a watch when you retire, and blah, 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 and summer's off. It's like, you should go be a whatever, as well. And if it's not of interest to you, then why would you do it? It's your life. You're going to burn in hell from this, but I'm going to tell you this again. I've mentioned this in videos many, many times. Lifeline, beginning, end, birth, death, right? What happens after here? I don't know. Is there a bonus round? Maybe. Maybe you burn in hell. Who knows? Maybe we'll burn in hell together. I don't know. But the reality of the fact is, this is what we know. And my preference personally is to operate within what I know. The unknown to me is to be discovered when the time comes. Let's just put it that way. Before we carry on, let me shout out to the channel's sponsor, Tactical Soap Company, and there's a new beard oil. Let me just show you this real quick. Actually, it's super cool because this is well underpriced. This is like my standard beard oil, and this is 30 mil, and then this is the one that we got from Scott. And look at this size. This is twice as big, and it's only $10 more. Plus, it's pheromone infused. So, if you guys have enjoyed the videos, let me just go real quick over here. There's a link pinned in the description on the top right of the screen, up over here. You can click that. It'll take you to the site. There's the pheromone infused oil. There's all kinds of soap products. The bundle packs are always the best. Consider grabbing some. You're showering anyway. If you're a bearded gentleman like I am myself, grab some beard oil. It helps support the creation of content on this channel. All right, let's carry on to the guy's request. When it comes to my career, the second half, I thought I had a pretty good career plan while I was in college. I thought I would find an entry-level marketing job and stay there for a couple of years before finding something better. I live close to a major city, and he is in the U.S. There are always high-paying marketing jobs everywhere, Search, Indeed, Craigslist, and so on. So he's pretty comfortable with the future security of what he's doing, but the only problem is that he doesn't even like working in marketing all that much. Didn't know it when he was in school. As you know, college does not prepare you for the actual job, nor does it allow you to really know what a career marketing would be like. It's also mostly just memorizing stuff and regurgitating it, which he's not really a big fan of. I get it. I mean, let's carry on though. The thing is that most companies require a degree to even get an entry-level job. I have been at my current job for a year now. Don't hate it, but doesn't enjoy it. It has become, now you're 23 and you're already at that point, man. Wow. That took me a few years to get to that. I get that it's happened and I know what that's like, but only a few years in is interesting, right? It has become quite mundane and boring, especially promoting products he doesn't even care about. And this gentleman, I'm just going to pause for a minute and kind of talk about business and entrepreneurship. And this is why I never hire a marketing company, because the people that are promoting, I mean, like we saw what happened with that razor company where they hired that crazy feminist that put out that man-hating ad, right? So the thing being with marketing companies, do your own marketing, guys, if you're a business owner. I coach guys on marketing strategy too, but anyway, let's keep going through this. I feel that they should have planned better. That he should have planned better. Now has about 10 grand in student loan debt. It's not that much. I mean, you should be able to pay that off relatively quickly if you're making 40 grand a year. Thankfully, I will be able to pay most of my way through a degree, good chunk of debt left over. Okay, again, I am torn and don't know what to do with my life. On one hand, my parents. So again, we're going back to the parents being very pleased with his career choice. I'm sure they're also very pleased that they believe that you subscribe to their religious belief system too, right? Man, they're in for a surprise. You don't like the religion and you don't like the job that you're doing, which pleases them. I am truly thankful to be done with retail work. Working for Walmart was basically slavery. However, now that I've gotten used to the office job life, it is so boring sitting at a desk for 8 hours. Am I just being ungrateful? No, man, you don't want to do that. I totally get it. I wouldn't want to sit at a desk for 8 hours straight either. I've done that job and it didn't take me a few years to get bored or pissed. I mean, I progressed and I made more money. I got promoted. So there was some ROI on it. But if I'm being honest, that's what it's always going to be like, man. If you're going to sit in an office, that's what your life is going to be like. You're going to be sitting there like the Walmart feeling that you had where you called it basically slavery. That's how you're going to feel probably in another 2 to 3 year time. So he says, am I being ungrateful? I feel that I have so many years ahead of me. So I should probably spend the next few years trying different things instead of committing to one career path right away. Doesn't know what to do. Should I just try a different marketing job, or should I stay at my entry-level job and gain experience to pay off the debt as soon as possible, or should I quit and try something different? So only you know what you should be doing, not I, said the clown. But speaking from my experience and what I'm reading here and how you're describing your experience with your life and your career choices, the first thing that I need to point to is you need to stand up straight. You know, listen to Jordan Peterson, stand up straight with your shoulders back and be a man, and let your folks know that you've chosen to unplug from their religious belief system. You're going to respect it and you hope that they respect yours and you move on. They're going to be pest for a bit. That's fine. Now, with respects to the job component, the marketing thing that you're not a big fan of, I would probably work for a few companies, maybe for the next, I'm going to say 2 to 5 years minimum. Minimum probably 2 or 3 years, I'm going to say. And the reason for that is you're still quite young. You don't really have your head screwed on right. You're still in kind of la-la land when it comes to life and the ability to stand up for yourself. I mean, if you can't stand up to your closest family members and say, hey guys, this is not me. So, let's talk about some other stuff, sort of thing. you're gonna have a hard time with like bigger life choices, man, because like this is family. This should be a conversation that you should be able to have reasonably easily anyway. So stick it out with the business, learn as much as you can. I'm gonna recommend that you probably start keeping a journal. That's one of the things that I like to do when I hated my job, you know, my 9 to 5, working in the credit and collections industry, working for credit bureaus like Equifax and stuff like that. I started to keep a journal when I was reading the newspaper or books or anything like that, or throughout the day. And I would just write down business ideas. And it's not like you have to do anything with it, but start to think creatively. I mean, you're obviously more of a creative thinker. You just are not giving yourself permission to utilize it. You're not giving yourself permission to choose the religious belief system that you want. You're not giving yourself permission to choose the girls that you want. You're not giving yourself permission to do any of these things because you're letting yourself hold you back. You're getting in your own way. And part of growing up and maturing and becoming a man, you know, being able to demonstrate vision and competency and having that burden of performance as you're required to means you need to unplug from some shit. And some of the stuff that you got to unplug from is the fact that you're in your own way. So learn what you can, start keeping a journal, make some notes, you know, see if you can chalk up some business ideas. Maybe you'll see opportunities within the marketing world where you can go and create something that might serve it and you've got more control so you don't feel like you're chained to a desk and you're dying a slow death sort of thing. Do those things. And make sure, actually, one of the habits that I think would really help you out too is if you haven't done it yet, pinned in the description of all my videos, I've got a recommended reading list of a bunch of books. These books will unplug you from beliefs and show you how to, like, the stuff that Jack Donovan does that's in the list, it'll teach you about masculinity and tribalism and unplugging from BS. The same thing with the Rational Male book series. There's lots of really good books in there on the questions that you're asking about, tied into the sexual marketplace, religious belief systems, and when it comes to the generation of wealth and income, you know, your job. So go looking for some answers there while you work the shitty, soul-draining job, and see if you can find a way to create some sort of opportunity to build your own business. The 10 grand of student loan debt is not a lot. You'll have that paid off in no time. It sounds like you're living with folks anyway, so this should be pretty easy peasy for you. It's just you're going to have some conflict along the way, right? Like, you're not going to feel good about having difficult conversations about unplugging from religious beliefs that don't work for you. You're not going to feel good about quitting your job, probably in marketing, and maybe moving to another company. That's another good thing that you can do too, is maybe consider moving jobs. So if you're not totally stoked about what you're doing with the marketing company promoting products that you're not really that excited about, why don't you find out what you're excited about? If you like cars, then go work for an automotive company in their marketing department, for example. That would at least make it a little more bearable. Maybe you'll find a lot more passion in it. Maybe you'll see an opportunity to get promoted. There's no way you're going to make more money or get promoted if you really hate what you're doing. If you're doing a job that you hate, promoting a product that you don't understand or don't even care about, why, right? So I hope that helps. I'm just going to minimize this and on some closing things, some housekeeping. If you want to make a request, to request a video, on the top right of the screen, entrepreneursandcars.com/request. You can just go there in the browser, or up on the top right, it's going to pop. If you're stuck on something, sponsor video. Name, email, you'll make the sponsorship payment, and then you'll email me the information. And that's how you make requests like this. And last but not least, I have a men's community. It is not for wimps. It is not for snowflakes. It is not for people that want to just poke their head in and stay for a month and then leave. It's for guys that are committed to doing work on themselves in their life to become a better version of themselves. A lot of people often ask, how do I find a tribe of like-minded red-pilled men, Rich? You know, none of my friends are red-pilled. Well, hello, it's right there, guys. Join up in the community, and you'll get in there and have access to a premium video library. I've got dozens of videos now in there on stuff that is not public on the channel. So if you've enjoyed my public videos, there's more in-depth premium stuff on things like creating wealth, on dating, using even dating apps, you know, if you want to get better at something like that so you're not getting pissed off all the time and getting crap results. Side hustles. We did a learning event 2 nights ago for like 90 minutes on every side hustle business that could net you like at least $20,000 to $30,000 a year in extra income. So there's lots of good premium content in there. You can take a look at it. This has been updated recently. So the basic membership includes all of these items. You might as well start there. If you're an entrepreneur making at least $200,000 a year in annual revenue, consider joining the Business Growth membership. There's some really good things happening there with a forum element where we meet monthly, have presentations, do updates, and really work out some tough stuff in businesses to level ourselves up. So thanks for watching today's video. Check out the community thing. It's on the top right. I have to go opposite like this because it's mirror. Anyway, it's on the top right of your screen. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.